You don't mind?
Go ahead.
Sure.
Go ahead, I guess. Sure.
He's hesitant.
No, I'm just, it's okay.
But it's fine. Nobody's. It's good.
It's good. Don't worry about it.
We're gonna take care of it after.
Well, that's a fucking question already.
Perfect. All right. So talk to us about your upbringing. Right now you live where in California, right? Your family's from where?
Dino Angelo Luciano, and you guys are watching the Nick and Jimmy Show, baby doll. California. This is actually a pretty up story.
We want to hear it all.
Okay.
What were your biggest struggles growing up?
Biggest struggles? I picked one a lot as a kid. Middle school? Nah, not middle school. Elementary school, preschool. There were a lot of bigger kids used to whoop my ass.
Full bully.
Yeah. I bullied my entire life. Growing up in New York, you get your ass kicked all the time.
Yeah.
Just how it is.
In Queens, where were you? You were
Bensonhurst, South Brooklyn.
You know, he's a New Yorker, huh?
Yeah, he's from Queens.
That's right.
I grew up between the Italians and the Jews. It was a melting pot. I know some Yiddish, but not enough to speak and embarrass myself, so I'm just gonna speak English now. But yeah, I was born in California, Chula Vista, California, San Diego. Immediately moved to New York to go see my other side of the family. My mom and my dad split up when I was young. My mom remarried a few years later to my stepfather, who was in the Navy, so we traveled around.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But I was back and forth between Brooklyn, Hoboken, Jersey, and California. Yeah.
And did you love to cook when you were a kid?
Yeah, how did that start, man?
How did that start?
Like, why cook?
I didn't hate it, but it wasn't something that I was excited to do. You know, my grandmother used to force me to cook. You know, we all had chores. There was a lot of children. And you know, some people did the dishes, some people did the lawns, some people washed the cars that came by, the Aston Martins, the Rolls Royces. I was the chef of the family. My grandmother felt I was the best listener. So she trained me and she said, I need to train you to cook because you're gonna be cooking for an Italian army one day. And we were always cooking for 40 plus Italians in my house. People with Italian last names that weren't necessarily related. I grew up around some shit. I gotta keep that as vague as I possibly can.
And so basically, what do you prefer, California or New York?
Honestly, you know, it switches, you know. I think it's a maturity thing between California and New York.
Mm-hmm.
I think you definitely grow up. If you grow up in California, you're definitely different than the people that grow up in New York. I mean, that goes to say without word for everything. It's the same situation.
Different in what way?
So, well, New York, it's fast paced. Everybody's on the go. Everybody's fucking
And
broke.
California is more chill.
California's really chill to the point where,
Surfers.
yeah, I wouldn't say it's chill as Montreal. You guys are on the French vacation here, 365, and the people that hustle make it to the top.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
California, you're a big fish in an even bigger pond. Same with New York, except New York, you got to watch out because you know there's a lot of hustlers. There's a lot of people that will take advantage.
Cutthroat.
Cutthroat.
When did you? So, you're born. How old are you?
How old do I look?
31, 32?
That's fucked up, really.
29.
You never ask a woman her age, all right? What? The fuck you laughing at? All right.
So, you went from.
You getting all hot and horny over there? I like your shoes. Is it because I complimented your shoes? You thought that was like fucking flirt? Jesus.
Yeah, I think he was saying 34. 30.
Oh, you're 30. Okay.
I said 29.
Everybody's been giving me 25, 24 since I got here. You're the first 2 months give me 30. I'm insulted.
Sorry, bro.
Did I have a bad sleep last night? Like now I'm just stressing. Did I not run long enough this morning? Did I miss my morning breakfast? What the going on? Should I have eaten that banana yesterday? Would that made me look younger? So when I come in here, you actually think I'm 25?
What kind of banana did you want to eat?
Why don't you give me a few choices?
New York. Okay, so wait.
I like we have that connection.
I know.
We gotta talk after this.
No
We gotta
problem.
talk.
But you went. Okay, so in California, how old were you when you went to New York?
I was like 1.5.
Okay, so you're a baby.
was a
Okay, so
baby.
you really okay, and you stayed in New York.
I didn't
for
go to
how-
New York. I went to Hoboken. I had family. I got a lot of family.
Okay.
Like too much. We multiply like cockroaches. But yeah, between New York, I had an aunt in Long Island.
Okay. Yeah.
I had an uncle in Staten.
Okay.
My aunt's. Well, wait. You know what? Who's your hockey team? Who's your team? Don't say the Canadians.
Honestly, I really don't follow sports.
He prefers the ballet.
Yeah, me too.
I knew it. We were read up.
Yeah. No. I'm an Islanders fan.
New York Islanders and there's New York
Habsburg.
Rangers.
Islanders.
Yeah.
But ever since I came back to Montreal, I started to fall in love with the Raptors. Drake hit me up. You can't rap, but I can help you. And yeah.
Let's talk about the ballet. Actually, you're a ballet fanatic.
I'm a ballet fanatic. I ain't a professional. I think people got me up when I was on the show, you know,
Okay.
because they put me as professional ballet. I was producers was like, you know, what job do you want me to go under? I said, well, I'm a skateboarder and I do ballet a lot. They're like, okay, we're gonna call you a ballet dancer, which pissed off the ballet community because suck. And ballet dancers have this like really close, like cliquey niche where if you're not good and you claim to be a ballet dancer, they tear you apart. It's an unforgiving world. I'm
Okay.
talking mean girls. Mean girls.
Okay.
I mean, I love the art to death. They're not all like that, but getting into the ballet world is probably one of the most eye-opening, amazing things I've ever done. You know, I was dating this girl from Holland. She was this Dutch girl, and she was a professional ballet teacher. So I got free lessons for 2.5 years, which benefited me. I started late. You're supposed to start ballet when you're a kid. I started when I was 23. I picked it up really quick. I'm semi-flexible, you know, because ever since I was a kid, I always try to suck my own. I mean, other than that,
Marilyn Manson style. Took out a rib.
is that even true?
I have no idea.
Me neither.
He apparently took out 3 ribs or something. 2 ribs. If it's 2, shout out to Marilyn Manson. Come on the show. We want to hear that story.
How do you suck, yo?
Can we do an interview with Marilyn Manson one day?
That would be amazing.
That would be amazing. He's actually incredibly smart.
I know. He's a genius.
Like his
If I could
IQ
set that up, would you do a double interview with both of us?
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
100%. That would be amazing.
Me and Marilyn Manson.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
I might be able to get me and Alice Cooper.
Let's do it, bro. That would be freaking
You like Alice
amazing.
Cooper?
Absolutely. Oh my God, that would be amazing.
So there's a question from the audience regarding the Masterchef, regarding the prize and everything.
Sure.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So you won a prize. You won the first prize of 250,000. What was going through your mind when you first started? What was your biggest fear during the competition? And what was your greatest takeaway?
When I first started, well, you want to know how I got into Masterchef in the first place?
Absolutely, sure.
Yeah.
See the whole story.
Well, I've been a screenplay writer since I was like 13 years old. I've written 2 full-length mobster films and a couple of short films here and there. I didn't really have the connections to kind of put my stuff out there. You know, like Christopher Nolan started off with the Batman series before he came out with his own Inception. So I figured I would kind of shadow that career and get myself into the acting world. So I was living in LA already. I went to Hollywood, did a couple of small movie gigs, bullshit. I was on a website called backstage.com. And I was doing bullshit movies, whatever. I mean, they were fun. I was meeting people. I was getting the connections. I was seeing how production works. I was learning the backside of the story. And I'm on the website and I see this thing called Masterchef. I'm like, I heard of that show before. I was like, I think I know what that is. So I call my ma. I'm like, Ma, hey, do you watch Masterchef? There's a show called Masterchef. You watch that? She's like, yeah, I love that show. Gordon Ramsay. I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna apply. I don't know. 3 months later, got on the show. A couple months after that, won it. Rest is history. During the show, what would be my biggest stressor was your question?
What was your biggest fear during the competition?
Biggest fear. Biggest fear would be,
Pressure.
I don't know if I even had fear at that point. There was no pressure. Cooking's easy to me. You know, a lot of people thought it was acting. A lot of people thought, you know, like, I'm just easy. Like, no, cooking comes easy. But no stress there. I don't really have fears. To live with fear really slows your process.
Yeah, you seem like a very chill Zen person.
I am, because when I die, I know exactly where I'm going.
Which is where?
Heaven. For
Mm.
sure. So I have no fears. You know, whether it's God, Jesus Christ, whatever you might believe in, there's a higher power. And I believe that when I go, I'll be taken care of. I've had angels my entire life watching over me. I should have been dead by now.
Why? What happened?
There was a car accident I was in one time.
Okay.
It's actually a pretty heavy story.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, angels exist, and I'll tell you, after this happened, I mean, you would have had to be there, but if you listen to the story intently, you might start to understand that things exist.
Okay.
Let's talk about the tattoos.
Sure.
At what age was your first tattoo?
First tattoo, 19.
19.
19 years old.
Oh, so
Ooh.
11 years ago.
Yeah, my mother was not into it.
So you're averaging a handful a year or something, more or less.
Not even.
Maybe because they're big, that's why.
6 months.
6 months.
6 months. So
Wow.
I had to hide my tattoo, so I got it down by my cannoli. The first tattoo, I had the guy.
My cannoli.
Yeah. I had a tattoo friend in Chula Vista. I was like, you need to tattoo this right above my cannoli so my mom won't see it. After that, I wanted.
That was your first one?
Yes, it's down here. I don't.
Roshan wants to see it for sure.
I didn't shave today, so it wouldn't look that pretty. My mom caught me. I was working at Rite Aid. It's a pharmacy. It's like Pharmaprix.
Yeah,
I was a clerk.
Yeah.
Okay, that was one of my first jobs. And I lifted up my shirt. I always lift up my shirt to wipe my face as I wiped the sweat off. My mom saw my tattoo. She looked at me, dead eyes, just fucking walked out, didn't say nothing. I disappointed her like crazy. She was so pissed. So after that, every week, went to the tattoo shop, just covered myself. Because I was like, my mom already knows, fuck it. She already knows I got tattoos. What's the worst that could happen now? I'm just going to cover my body. 6 months later, I'm covered in most of what I have now.
Mm-hmm.
And was there a reason, like, was there a symbolic reason why you got your tattoos, or?
Of course, I saw a picture I thought was cute, or an animal, or a character, and I was like, oh, look at that. That's cute. I'm going to get it tattooed. Oh, I like roses? Why not? Put it on there. Do I regret it now? No, I don't regret it, but I wish I could start over because there's so many other tattoos I want, and I'm running out of room. I got 7.5 inches on my thing, so I could tattoo that, but...
You know what would be cool? Put a hand on your neck here like this.
Your hand?
My hand.
While you're doing what?
How was it working with Ramsay, Gordon Ramsay? Shout out to Gordon Ramsay. You should be on the show.
He should. You know what? People ask me this.
Is he how he is?
That's the
on
biggest
TV?
question. Everyone wants to know, is Gordon Ramsay how he really is on TV? Okay, well, you know, in person, no. He's a good guy. He's going to tell you where you up. He's going to tell you what you need to do in your life to change your shit and your food. If it doesn't taste right, he's going to be straight up. On TV, he tells you in a really animated way. He's going to say, oh, that was disgusting. Yeah, you know, I can't do his accent. But he gives it to you straight. And
Which
that's what I
in a
appreciate.
good way. That's how you grow.
That's how I appreciate it, because I grew up with people straight talking.
Absolutely.
All the time. You know, you can get offended, but why don't you just take his advice up and go do it? Then you'll be successful. He makes $1 million a week. That's his salary. He makes $1 million a week.
$1 million a week. Wow. Man.
Can you imagine? Out of all the franchises and businesses that he has, he's also a very good guy. He's humble. He cares about people. He does his own philanthropic work.
Yeah.
And here's a magic question. Who was your mentor growing up?
My mentor. My mother. My mother.
Yeah.
Mother always kept me straight. I had my father's ambition, my father's lust for life, but I had my mother's direction. Because my father was an asshole, and I just found out 1.5 years ago he used to beat my mother.
Oh shit. Okay.
And you can't kill your own father. It's sacrilegious. I gotta let it go. So I had to deal with that.
Is your father still around? If you remember.
Yeah, I don't know he is. He can go himself.
Oh, you don't talk to him at all?
Not anymore. Not after I found that out.
How long? But when you were younger, because you said your parents were divorced.
Mm-hmm.
At what age?
I don't remember. It's all blurry lines.
Okay.
Had a hard life.
But were you talking to your dad at that? Like,
Here and there.
Okay. Oh, so he left basically.
My mother left him. He was
Okay.
busy going around the world fucking different girls,
Okay.
getting different women pregnant. I have 9 half brothers and sisters now from like 5 different women
Wow.
who don't even trust our family anymore because he's so crazy. So until these kids even turn 18, their parents won't even let them meet us because he messed up that relationship.
How many siblings do you have? Like real, like same mom, same dad?
Only child.
Oh, you know, okay.
And
Well,
how many have? You have no idea.
9.
Did you ever meet anyone?
I met like one time. I talked to some on Facebook, social media nowadays.
well.
He used to be a personal trainer.
Yeah. I could write you up a diet. I could write you up anything. You guys need health tips, anything you guys are lacking, like erectile dysfunction, I can help you out. Seriously. And I have the foods that'll make you hard for hours.
Oh, really?
Which is?
Yes.
Go ginger, of course.
Ginger helps the blood. I would say, well, blood, of course, is the main ingredient to a beautiful... a pinch of blood and a dash of red peppers to keep it hard. Spicy food, okay? That's why you know what I'm saying. That's why I eat a lot of Sri Lankan food. Because that shit is so spicy. If you got a date that night, take her to a Sri Lankan restaurant. She'll be sweating. She won't really eat much. You'll be sweating too. Go to the bathroom, wash your face. And
Easy
then,
to close.
By the time you get to your house, hours.
Like what? So spicy food. That's what.
Oh yeah, I'm talking so spicy.
But then your asshole bleeds when you shit.
Yeah, so might bleed the next day. That's fine. But I'm talking your love life will elevate.
So just add spicy. Like what spices specifically?
Cayenne pepper. Anything with peppers in it. Jalapenos, serrano peppers, red peppers even. I eat ghost chili peppers for breakfast.
What?
Okay.
Which one? Ghost.
Ghost chili is one of the hottest ones. It's right below scorpion peppers.
What?
They have that in Montreal, of
I'm
course.
talking you go
Ghost
so
and
good.
scorpion pepper.
Wait, this is the secret. You go so good and so hard and so fast for so long. She will happen like 5 to 6 times before you even consider going.
Wow.
Yeah.
So let me ask a question. For everybody watching this video right now, this episode right now, and they want to excel their cooking skills, they want to become a master chef, whatever the case is, a couple of nuggets you want to share with them. What advice would you give them?
Be adventurous, just like in life. Play around. Try things you've never tried before. Go buy spices that you've never heard of. Throw it all together and taste it. See what pairs with what. See, I did a 5-course menu for 25 people the other night for a private party over at this restaurant called Majesté. It's in the college area. And I just went to the market. I went to Jean Talon Marché and I picked random ingredients that I've never really familiar with, and I created a menu based on that. Just played around, went home, thought about it, went to the restaurant, took about 30 minutes to conceptualize an entire menu. Everybody loved it.
Amazing, man.
It's all about flavor profile, perfect amount of salt.
You think you need to be talented to be a good cook,
You
or
have, to
just
have, a good,
discipline?
you have to have a good palate. You have to have discipline.
Okay.
Cooking is a talent, sure, but it's not a talent that you're born with. It's something you have to work
Explore.
at.
It's not like the fake plant.
Yeah, fake plant. It's fucking pathetic. You guys gotta change that shit. They sell real plants at IKEA.
But you said you're vegan, but you cheat sometimes. What do you mean? Because you try the food.
I have to try different meat dishes sometimes. Different cultures I've never tried. Because when I want to recreate a meat dish in a culture that I've never had, how will I be able to bring that to that culture?
Did you ever cook Greek food? It's, I think, quite simple.
Of course.
Like moussaka.
Moussaka, souvlaki.
Yeah, souvlaki, yeah. It's...
And you can make all that vegan.
Yes.
Oh my god! Wow.
I make a vegan spanakopita actually.
Wow.
Because in puff pastry,
And it
there's...
tastes like the same thing.
Yes.
Wow. See, now you make full income just by traveling and cooking food and having.
And looking pretty.
You think so? Thank you.
Mm.
Aww. Fortunately, yes, I get paid to go places, create a menu, do an appearance. Sometimes I just take pictures and sign autographs.
And it must like, is it really, if you're okay talking about, is it good income doing what you're doing? Like,
Oh yeah. Oh no. Yeah. No. Like one job is probably, I would say, about a month's salary for one day.
wow.
It's not bad.
And you have a lot of those every single year, every month or every.
Yeah, I set them up.
Wow.
I do a lot of different things. Like,
Good for you,
I get
man.
income from different places, but like I said, the income comes in, I pass it back out. When I got the $250,000 from the show, $100,000 went to the government because, of course, they take taxes.
Taxes.
I came up here. I went to the bank almost every other day when I would go out to the markets, and I would go to the bank and withdraw like $2,000. and I would pass it around to people on the street just to give them something to eat.
Wow.
Really?
And I'll tell you, that money went quick. I donated a lot to different foundations.
Good for you, man.
But see, I didn't do it right. I didn't do it right because I ran out a lot. I spent a lot of it. I had enough left for a house. If I would have do it right, I would have invested it so I could bring bigger income so that I could pass out more long term.
Yes.
I learned that this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do people call you baby doll?
Yeah, baby doll.
I don't know. I said it when I got excited on the show. It's like a term of endearment. You know, like dear or babe or
Okay.
sweetheart. Like, you know, where I grew
You got?
up.
Did your cannoli wake up a bit?
Looking at you? Of course. Shit. Fuck, you even have to ask?
So if somebody wants to get inspired and follow your success journey, your lifestyle, your daily activities, where can they follow you?
Journey, Heartbreak, at the Gourmet Rabbit on Instagram. Just Google me.
Okay, and what little message do you have for them?
Everyone says follow your heart, but they never really break it down. What I mean by follow your heart is never stop dreaming. Don't be Peter Pan, because Peter Pan never wanted to grow up. We have to grow at some point. You always have to grow up. You got to learn, you got to take the punches, but never stop dreaming. And don't have anything hold you back, because 20 years, 30 years, 40 years pass by, you're going to regret not trying shit right now. Why not? Worst thing that can happen is you fail a million times, you succeed one. Not a bad choice. Try and you just might. Don't and you never will.
Deep.
Beautiful, very deep.
Deep. I love it. Love it. Love
The
it.
cannoli woke up.
Yeah, a little bit.
Thank you very much once again, man. We appreciate your time. You could have been anywhere all around the world, but you chose to be
On the Nick and Jimmy show.
on the Nick and Jimmy show. We really appreciate that. We're inspired.
Thank you for having me.